Take a look at this document. This is a standard urine full report. Instead of guessing what these numbers mean, we are going to break down every single line from A to Z. Make sure you watch all the way through to the end, because by the time we finish, you'll be able to pick up any urine test report, read it line by line, and understand exactly what it reveals about your body. We start with the macroscopic physical appearance. Normal, healthy urine ranges from pale yellow to deep amber and should be clear. In our report, it reads clear. Cloudy or turbid usually indicates suspended cellular matter such as high concentrations of white blood cells, active bacterial colonization, red blood cells, or precipitated mineral crystals. Red-colored points to intact red blood cells or free hemoglobin/myoglobin passing through the urinary tract. Next is the urinary pH, marked here as acid. The physiological pH range of urine typically spans from 4.5 to 8.0, with a normal average around 5.5 to 6.5. Acidic urine, less than 5.5. Seen with high-protein diets, metabolic acidosis, uncontrolled diabetes, severe dehydration, or uric acid stone formation. Alkaline urine, greater than 7.0, common in vegetarian or citrus-rich diets. But clinically, persistent alkaline urine strongly points to urinary tract infections caused by urea-splitting bacteria like Proteus mirabilis, which convert urea into alkaline ammonia. Here we have protein, also called albumin, showing nil. Healthy glomerular capillaries in your kidneys act as a sieve with microscopic pores that prevent large plasma proteins from leaking into urine. Persistent proteinuria, trace to 4+, an essential early screening biomarker for kidney damage, diabetic nephropathy, chronic hypertension, or glomerular inflammation. Transient proteinuria can occur harmlessly after intense physical workouts, high fever, or orthostatic stress. Glucose reads nil. Under normal metabolic conditions, the kidneys filter glucose and then reabsorb 100% of it in the proximal tubules. Glucosuria, positive sugar, occurs only when blood glucose levels surpass the renal threshold, roughly 180 milligrams per deciliter, 10 millimoles per liter. When blood sugar exceeds this limit, the transport capacity is overwhelmed and sugar spills into the urine. This is a primary classic indicator of poorly controlled diabetes mellitus. These two parameters evaluate hepatic and biliary clearance. Urobilin, produced by gut bacteria breaking down conjugated bilirubin. Trace levels, normal, are standard. Elevated levels suggest hemolytic conditions or early hepatocellular damage, while total absence can indicate complete biliary obstruction. Bilirubin, conjugated bilirubin, should always be nil because it does not normally cross the renal barrier. A positive result indicates hepatic pathology, such as hepatitis or cirrhosis, or obstructive jaundice, where gallstones block the common bile duct. Ketone bodies read negative. Ketones, acetoacetate, acetone, beta-hydroxybutyrate, are intermediate byproducts generated when your metabolism shifts from burning carbohydrates to oxidizing fatty acids for energy. Ketonuria, positive, frequently seen in prolonged fasting, starvation, intense ketogenic diets, severe vomiting, or life-threatening diabetic ketoacidosis, DKA, in patients with type 1 diabetes. To analyze the sediment, the laboratory centrifuges the urine sample to concentrate cellular elements and examines them under a high-power microscope field, 400 times magnification. Pus cells are polymorphonuclear leukocytes, WBCs. Normal range, 0 to 5 cells per high-power field. Our sample shows a safe 1 to 2. Pyuria, greater than 5 to 10 cells per high-power field. The hallmark microscopic sign of acute inflammation or infection along the urinary tract, including cystitis, bladder infection, or urethritis. Red blood cells red, nil. Normal range, 0 to 2 red blood cells per high-power field. Microscopic hematuria, greater than 3 red blood cells per high-power field. Signals internal vascular damage or mucosal irritation. Common etiologies include renal calculi, kidney stones, scratching the ureter, glomerulonephritis, severe bacterial infections, strenuous trauma, or urological malignancies. Epithelial cells line the entire genitourinary tract. A reading of 2 to 3 cells per high-power field is completely benign. Squamous epithelial cells. When seen in large clusters, they almost always indicate sample contamination by external skin during collection, emphasizing why a clean catch midstream sample is necessary. Renal tubular epithelial cells. Large numbers can indicate direct tubular necrosis or toxic damage inside the kidneys. Casts red, nil. Casts are microscopic cylindrical structures formed inside the distal convoluted tubules and collecting ducts of the kidney, cemented together by Tam-Horsfall mucoprotein. Their presence localizes the disease process directly to the kidney parenchyma. RBC casts, diagnostic marker for acute glomerulonephritis. WBC casts, distinguishes upper urinary tract infections, pyelonephritis/kidney infection, from lower bladder infections. Granular/waxy casts, indicative of stasis and chronic renal disease. Crystals also red, nil. Crystals form when urine becomes supersaturated with minerals and waste compounds. Calcium oxalate crystals resemble small envelopes or diamonds, common during dehydration or high oxalate diets. Uric acid crystals, found in acidic urine and linked with gout or metabolic imbalances. Triple phosphate crystals, often called coffin lid crystals, typically appearing in alkaline urine, associated with chronic bacterial infections. Continuous dense crystal precipitation significantly increases the risk of nephrolithiasis, kidney stones. Looking back across this entire document, every single physical, chemical, and microscopic marker sits well within the healthy physiological baseline. When you go for a urine test, always ensure you collect a clean catch midstream sample first thing in the morning to prevent false positives from skin flora or diluted readings. Remember, laboratory reports are diagnostic tools meant to be interpreted alongside your clinical history, symptoms, and physical examinations by a qualified healthcare provider.